Hey good people, welcome back to Beauty and the Frizz. My name is Kara. Whether you're new or returning, thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me for a collab video today. Today I am going to be collabing with my friend Loc Maiden here on YouTube as well as Instagram, and we are going to be using our much neglected Viseart eyeshadow palettes. So if that sounds good to you, keep watching this video and let me know what you think, and if makeup is your therapy and your love, if it makes you happy and you want to hang out with those who feel the same way, definitely consider joining the community. You know I'd love to have you back. All right, let's get started. So how are you? I'm feeling good. I'm actually getting ready to go to the pool. I am excited about this collab. So I've been friends with Loc, also known as Loc Maiden here on YouTube, for a while now, for years now. And she saw one of my videos where I was talking about how I like the Viseart eyeshadow formula, but I never ever use the palettes. And I continue to buy them and they just pile up and never use them. So she messaged me and was like, you want to do a collab? So this is actually going to be 2 parts. Of course I said yes. So in this video, we're going to be doing 5 different looks using 5 different Viseart palettes. And then the next collab, we're going to be creating 1 or 2 looks where we combine 2 palettes, and we'll be using like 7 of our palettes. So I'm really happy to be doing this collab. Loc, thank you so much for reaching out to me and making me use my stuff, because that's what I'm on a quest to do. Also, let me know how you're doing in the chat or the comment section, whichever you prefer, and let's get started. We're gonna get started with this first look, and as I told you, I am going to the pool. I didn't match on purpose, but I have on this Odin's Eye scarf. This is from the legendary Diversa collection, the very first one. It's the Judy palette, Red Dragon. And my swimsuit is this burnt orange color. So when I looked at my Viseart palettes, I thought that the Spritz edit would be an excellent choice to just do a simple look. And typically I don't wear makeup to the pool, but I'm gonna be doing it today, might as well, or might as well, as some people say. So this is a mini version, and I do have the Viseart program where you get all your purchases for 20% off, or sometimes I get them on sale and I think I'm going to use them, as I said, and I just don't. Here's the inside. This is a really easy going color story, so this is going to be great for my pool look today. Before I get started, let me tell you what I have on my face, because I'm trying to circulate some oldies but goodies in my collection, but not my color corrector and concealer. That is the Huda Beauty color corrector in Lychee and the concealer in Granola, these right here. For my powder, y'all, I am wearing Chantecaille Perfect Blur Finishing Powder in medium deep. Chantecaille, y'all know Chantecaille though. Just wanted to pull this out and see, was it worth it? I'm certain I got this on a sale. Yeah. For bronzer, I'm not wearing my Fenty today or my Dior. I'm actually wearing Adept Cosmetics, and this is the Ayana palette. I'm just wearing this matte shade right here for bronzer. And lastly, for blush, I'm wearing a blush from Vive, and this is the shade Piazza. And I thought that would be great to go with the look. Lips, I am wearing my Suku Moisture Glaze lipstick in Hamaboro. I am hoping that's the right one, but it's this grayish, reddish, nudish shade. I don't know if it's nude, but I love it. So we're gonna go ahead and get into this look, and I have on the About Face eyeshadow primer. Oh yeah, I was about to say, do these have shade names? The shade names are on the back of the carton, so I'm glad I didn't throw that away. I am going to start with the shade Brioche, which is this one here. It's gonna be a nice transitional brown, and then I may buff it out with one of these lighter shades here. The brush I'm using is a BK Beauty 202, and I'm gonna just start this in the outer corner and bring it up and out. The Viseart mattes I always find to be excellent. The shimmers are good too, but it's just one of those brands I don't use a lot, and I could not tell you why. Now I will say they just showed a sneak peek, or I don't even know if they're out, of some new palettes. I think it's just one palette, but sometimes their palettes are very, very similar. So I can't tell whether they're the same palette or different palettes sometimes, or if it's a reissue, because they had these bigger pans at one time and now they're coming out with them in a smaller format, because the larger format was actually really expensive, like $80, but the smaller versions are about half the size, which I think is great because not many of us are panning eyeshadow. If you pan eyeshadow, that is awesome, but I have never panned an eyeshadow, and it would be nice if that changed, but it's not necessarily a goal. But I do have more palettes than I need. I do want to take a smaller crease brush and put brioche on the inner part of the lid as well, and then my plan is going to be to deepen up that outer corner. I'm not sure if we'll need to really buff this shade out because it really blended out nicely. Hopefully we can see that there. Now I'm gonna go into the shade Figura, which is this red here. And I'm gonna take that same crease brush and put it in the outer corner in the crease. And that's just gonna create a little depth on the outer part of the eye. The boys are here, they're so quiet. I guess they're waiting on me, but we're not really supposed to be at the pool until 1 o'clock, so they'll be good. And I just made them some bacon, so nobody wants anything right now from me, but they may be in. August is still having a hard time with jet lag. This is the longest time that it's taken me to adjust, and I was good by, what's the date? Today's Tuesday. I was good by Sunday night, I would say, but we got back like early Saturday morning, so it took me about a day. But August, like, he still can't sleep. He's having trouble going to bed. I'm like, sir, you gotta get this together. All right, so that is what we've got going so far. I do want to go ahead with an under eye while I am thinking about it. I think we're gonna just take the same shade, the brioche shade, and I'm gonna actually mix it with Ciambella, which is this peachy buff shade. Actually, it's not really peachy, so I'm hoping it'll come out just a little bit lighter than the transition. I really don't want my under eye to be too deep. I'm just creating a little shadow. It's not going to be anything super noticeable. I always notice little touches like that in makeup. Sometimes they make the difference. Now we're going to get into a shimmer, and I've got my eye on 3 different ones. This one, and this one. So let's just see what they look like swatch. First we have Limoncello, which is this one here. Then we have Fizz. Ooh, and lastly, Arancia. That's so funny because I have a lipstick. No, it's Arancio, but it's like orange though. One of my Prada lipsticks. Anyway, let's see. It's gonna be one of these 2. I think we're gonna go with Limoncello. I'm just going to do this one on my finger. Ooh, you know what? This one would have been good too. This little pinky one. That might have been good. That's balmy. I don't know, I kind of like balmy too. Hold on. No, I'm gonna go with Limoncello. Just tapping that on the lid, center part of the lid. So let me know. I think people like or rave more about the Viseart mattes than the shimmers. All right, now we need an inner corner highlight. We're going to use that shade Balmy, this one. See, and this is great for the pool. Not doing too much, just enough. So here's the look. It's very chill. And I'm going to use one of my Melt Slick Waterline pencils in the shade Caramel. Let's see what that looks like on the eye. Or maybe I want to do Olive. Hold on. That one right there. That's what I'm going to use. You might not be able to see it. Oh, yes, you can. All right, just grabbing a mascara that's near me. This is the Benefit Fan Fest mascara. I've never tried this before, but I did get it from a friend in a little Sephora set for Christmas. So let's try this out and see. Okay, Fan Fest, I guess. Guess it's a Fan Fest. I'm not sure about the claims or anything of this one. It's just what was nearby. All right, final look. Final thoughts, very easy, no complaints about anything. I think the only thing that somebody might have an issue with are the shimmers. Maybe they're not shimming as much as you want to, but all of us don't need those shimmy shimmers all the time. So I am fine with this. I'll take off my scarf because that's what I slept with last night. Yes, okay. Oh, we ready. We are ready for the pool, y'all. All right, this was look number 1. We have 4 more to go, so let's get to look number 2 right now. Hey, y'all, I'm back to do the second look for the Viseart collab, and today I'm gonna use a palette that I don't think I've even touched. I'm not sure. This is the Cashmere Charmue Intendu. Maybe I have used this. It does look like I have swatched a couple shades, but I'm really not sure. But this is like cool tone, muted purple goodness. So let me tell you what's on my face, and then I'll tell you where I will be wearing this look. Nowhere crazy. But I'm wearing the Natasha Denona color corrector and concealer today, and no foundation. I am wearing my Chanel Le Beige Healthy Glow powder in Sun Kiss medium, and I just kind of have that all over the face. It's pretty light, and this is what it looks like. I'm also wearing the RMS blush in Mai Tai. There it is. And then I try to give myself a little highlight, a little natural. I'm just trying to pull out some things I haven't used. So this is the Dior Illuminator, and it's in the shade Peachy. For lips, I'm wearing the liner Velvet Decade from Lisa Eldridge, and I pulled out this Scooby-Doo lipstick. It's called Zoinks, maybe Zoinks lipstick by Glamlight. So that's what it looks like. All right, and About Face eyeshadow primer. So let's go ahead and get into this look. I want to start with Tulle Rosé, and I'm going to use this BK Beauty 202 brush. So after I finish my makeup, August and I are going to go over to his school. They're having a swap shop. So basically, I'm going to donate some of his older uniforms that he can't fit anymore and see if they have anything in his size. I'm hearing that they don't have a lot in the bigger sizes, but we'll see. Either way, I'm going to donate it because these uniforms are not cheap. We're also going to drop off some clothes to, it's like a Goodwill type place around here, because I am really about decluttering my life. It is just so crazy. So things have just really piled up, and I was gonna do like a Purple Heart pickup, but I know that's gonna be a week away, and I need to get these clothes out of here today. So that's what we're gonna do. And then I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna put a lasagna in the oven and get ready, because I'm gonna be doing a live stream showing Jamie's collection, which is the Plume collection with DD Signature, and I'm really excited. So I got my little live stream set up working, and that's my day. This is a really pretty color, and it's one that's buildable, so that's really nice. And now I am going to go into, I want to do something a little lighter, so maybe we will do Cashmere Dough or Dew. This one here. I was thinking about this one. No, maybe we'll do Charmante. Just gonna take that on a crease brush here from What's Up Beauty, and I'm just gonna use that on this outer area here just to soften it up a little bit. And I'm also gonna just do along the edges. Ooh, I also have to pick up a prescription. And I might take a drive past my new school. So here's what we are working with. Next, I'm gonna go into Mousseline, which is this brown here, still with the crease brush. And we're gonna put that on the inner part of the lid. This is my go-to eyeshadow technique now. I like to have a matte inner lid, and that way we have a little spotlight for the shimmer. And for the shimmer, I want to use Faille, F-A-I-L-L-E. The shimmers to me just look so lackluster, but I think this is gonna be really pretty on. We'll see. Just tap it in. I don't know. This one is kind of lackluster, to be honest. All right, I don't know. I'm not really feeling that. Let's do Mora Argent. Let's try this one and see. I mean, sometimes I am in the mood for the satiny shimmers, but that one was like, and it looks so pretty in the pan. I don't know. Even on camera, like as I'm looking at it, it doesn't look that great, but it looks pretty in the pan. Now here's a situation, because the other day I wore Flying Fiddles, and I did a pretty muted look that started out with these tones. It's kind of plummy mauvey tones. Then I had a really nice shimmer in the middle, and it wasn't something that, you know, everybody was going to notice, but my mom did say, she's like, I really love your she's like, is that a duochrome? You know, like that's what this is kind of missing for me. They do have this one in this palette right here, but I wasn't really going for that. And that's like that green brown kind of duochrome we see pretty often. Let me grab another Viseart palette. Let's see. All right, I have Soleil La Plage. Let's see if there's something in there that can just give this look a little something extra. Maybe something like this. This shade is called C. And to me, even, I don't know, the packaging, it looks more vibrant than the pan, but I don't know. Let's just see if we can get something. I don't know. These shimmers are looking a little dusty today. I think this shade on top of everything that I've just tried to do, it's not really coming out great. Okay, I mean, that's not bad. I'm gonna get into the under eye in a second, but let's use the shade Veloutine, which is this one here. See if we can create a little depth here. All right, now we're gonna go into the lower lash line, and I'm going to use the shade I'm gonna use the shade Cambrish Scene, which is this one here. And now for the inner corner highlight, we're gonna use Soie d'Or, which is this one here. All right, here is look number 2 with Viseart. I think it's okay. It's not my favorite look, and that's okay. You know, they're all not gonna be my favorites, so that's just what it is. So now I'm gonna get liner and mascara. I'm gonna be using Fig by Victoria Beckham. I've become so spoiled by the melt liners that these don't even feel like they go on as easy as I used to think they did. They still do, but the melt liners are just, they're just beautiful. All right, that just gave me a little bit of color in the waterline. Mascara, I'm just taking my black brown mascara from, I think it's L'Oreal. It's the Panoramic mascara. All right, and here is the final look. So let me know what you think. I think this is great. And you know what? I think for people who don't like heavy shadow, this is a great palette, especially if you like muted tones and you like cool tones. I think this is great. And with a deep lip like this, I can envision actually wearing this look out. If I had a dress on or heels, I was going somewhere dressy, I think this look would work because of the lip. And if you didn't want it to be that type of look, then wearing a more nude lip color would make this daytime. So this is actually a pretty versatile look. Again, it's not my favorite, but I think it does look very nice. August, are you ready to go? Are you dressed? No.
I don't want to go anymore.
No, you're going.
No, I'm not.
You are.
I'm not.
All right, let me get off because now I got to talk to him about that.
Wait.
No, we're good. Wait. No, we don't have time. That's not the mic. That's not the mic.
Where's the mic?
No,
Can I hold it for a second?
We'll be back in a second with another look. Bye. All right, friends, I'm back to do look number 3 for Viseart, and today I'm going to be using the Le Mora Intendu palette. I am off to a pool party for one of August's close friends, and I thought this would be a great palette to wear. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. Have my concealer on, no foundation. I am wearing Pat McGrath bronzer in Desert Glow. Really trying to rotate my bronzers. And I have on the blush in Cosmic Coral. So yes, let's get this going so I can get going, because you know how the boys are when it's party time. They're like, is it time to go? Is it time to go? The party starts at 1. It's 12:45 and we have about a 30-minute drive. But do y'all get to parties like right on time? Let me know. For lipstick, I'm wearing Finesse by Proper Beauty. So it's one of those little nudie shades. There it is. There is a 50% chance of rain today, but I'm hoping that it does not. I'm gonna start with Brete, which is this shade here. I'm using a BK Beauty 201 brush. Same eyeshadow primer, About Face. Next, I'm gonna go into Rosier, which is this one here. I'm gonna use this E4 from Blend Bunny Cosmetics. And just stick that here. I'm also gonna put this underneath the lower lash line. Hey Marky, what's up?
Yeah, I gotta go to the bathroom.
You wanna go to the bathroom?
Before we leave.
I would love for you to go before you leave. That would be awesome.
Going?
Yeah, I'd like you both to go. I'm gonna go as well. We need a shimmer. I haven't been having the most fun with these shimmers, but I wanna try, I think I'm gonna try this one. It's Flanner. And I'm gonna go into the outer, you know what? I think I'm gonna take this in a different direction. Let's go into Savine, maybe. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. I'm using the blends brush again. Let's add a little purple to this.
Done.
Awesome, Marky, thank you. So we're gonna be leaving in about 5 minutes, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Can we cut? I got to go to the bathroom.
No, August will go before we leave. He's good. He is good. Thank you for checking on him. I'm gonna take a shader brush. Marky, can you close the door? And I'm going into the purple. I'm just gonna put it here on the lower lashes. Then I'm gonna get a pencil brush for the inner corner highlight, and I'm gonna go into the shade Verdant, which is this one here. And that's gonna be the look. Gonna get Rich Brown from Melt. And for mascara, I'm gonna be using the L'Oreal Paris Voluminous in Deep Violet. All right, and here is the finished look. So let me know your thoughts. No issues with the look. Again, formula's great. Shimmers aren't my favorite, but I think the look will do for this pool party. Let me know your thoughts on look number 3, and let's get to the next one. All right, you guys, hello. It is Sunday, and I'm getting ready for church. So I'm gonna do a look with a quad today, and we'll see how it turns out. Yesterday's look was actually really cute, but I feel like the light in here kind of blew it out, but it was cuter than I thought. But this is the Viseart Petite Fors Violetta, and I always thought this was so cute because of this little duochrome shade. So we'll see what we put together. It's going to be a quick one, and then we'll have one more. On my face, same concealer and color corrector, Huda Beauty, but I am wearing my Fenty Cream Bronzer in the shade Honey Glaze. This one's got some pan in it, so happy about that. So I'm rotating these bronzers. And then I have on my House Labs in Hibiscus Haze, and then I'm wearing an Hourglass satin lipstick in the shade Shore, and I have a little KKW Beauty liner on. All right, so we got this shade here that's got, am I a fan of mattes with sparkles? ColourPop used to do that a lot. I don't know if I'm a fan, but I'm gonna take that shade, and it is called Cooperin. So we're gonna do that in the transition area here. It's like, what's the point of the sparkles? They just all vanish. So I don't see the point of having sparkles in mattes. It just, I guess, looks nice, but it's totally unnecessary in my opinion. All right, I'm gonna go into the deep shade, which is, I guess, Chalet. C-H-A-T-L-E-T. It's not Chatlet. So I'm thinking it's Chalet, maybe. For some reason, I don't think that's right either. But. All right, next we're gonna go into the duochrome, which is very. See, this looks like a little dry. I just tapped it off because I feel like that's a fallouty shade. Oh, it sure is. This is one you probably want to spray. It's kind of dusty, actually. I don't know if I'm a fan. I don't think I am, actually. I really don't think I'm a fan of that. Like, it's chunks blowing in the wind right now. I don't know if y'all can see that, but she's a little chunky. See? You definitely want to spray that, y'all. All right, I want to go into this deeper shade. We'll see how that works as a matte. See if we can get this on the outer corner, just a taste. Yeah, you can see it. It's a satin. All right, that works. I'm gonna take our transition shade for the lower lash line. And the only thing I don't really feel like is present in this quad is something for the inner corner highlight. So I'm just gonna probably tap into something else nearby for that. I'm gonna pull out the Petite Shimmers in Koi. This is another one, untouched. Let's use, I was gonna maybe use this one here. Ooh, this one might be pretty. This is called Tycho. I'm just grabbing the pencil brush here and we'll try this one out. It's a beautiful iridescent. It has a little fire to it. I don't know if you can see it. It's pretty. All right, there is my look for church. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my L'Oreal Panorama mascara. I'm so hungry. I'm so thankful they have breakfast there because today I'm really hungry. I don't know why, because I did eat dinner, but it is like 10 a.m., 10:05. Church starts at 10:30, around 10:30. They put a countdown up around 10:30. But I love it because you can get up like during the service and continue to eat. That's not why I'm going. All right, final look. Let me know what you think. I think it's cool. You know, I'm not blown away yet. I'm not sure if I will be, but that's today's look. And I am ready to go. Give me a little style. All right, and we will have one more left, one more look, and then I'll give you my final thoughts about Viseart. Hey guys, I am back for the final look in the Viseart collab, and I'm really excited because today I'm using the Petite Fors Bouillon. Now this is actually the same day that I did the last quad. We just had Sunday Fun Day, and I just took off that makeup, or the eye makeup actually. And let me tell you why I purchased this one. There was a quint from Dior called Grand Ball. The Dior quints are how much? What, $60, close to $60. And I really wanted it. But after that, I'll show you the quad. But I really wanted Grand Ball. This is Cosmic Coral from Pat McGrath, so you can see it there. And I'm wearing Shore from Hourglass, which I think I did have on this morning when I went to church. Grand Ball I thought was really cute, but the Dior formula, although I really do enjoy it, it is very expensive. So I decided to get the Bouillon quad in place of Grand Ball. This one is unused, untouched, and that's what it looks like. It's not exactly like Grand Ball, but it's pretty close. So I'm gonna, actually I'm doing this look to get on my walking pad because that's what I'm gonna do and catch up on some of the gymnastics. We actually watched the guys, the running, all the running races today live, which was great for Sunday Fun Day. I really had a great time watching that. Now this one, and I know I didn't swatch all of them, but I just want to share that this one has 3 shimmers and 1 matte. The 1 matte is the black. And for me, this reminds me of more of a glam type quad, because you're going to be using the shimmer and then you're going to be deepening up the outer corner with the black. And I think it's going to be a great quad for a glam look. Things like this are tough because I normally would want to go in with a transition shade. So the shade that I would go in with would be 1919, which would be this shade here, which is this one here. This is going to be my inner corner. I'm going to try to use all 4 shades and we'll see how this comes out. And then I'm excited because I do have some preliminary final thoughts about Viseart. And this type of stuff is fun. You know, I wish I didn't have to do this in order to decide whether or not I like a brand, but I think it's important, especially if you have a large collection. So it's really hard right now to see, but there is a lot of shimmer here and I can see it very, very clearly. And I don't mind it. I really don't. But you know, my thing is to start with a matte transition. So this is taking me a bit out of my comfort zone and we'll see where we end up. And I think just in the camera, it's really hard to see. You might be able to see it a little bit, but it's just hard to tell. The next shade I'm gonna go in with is the golden shade, which is called Brazen, maybe. Lately, when I look at things, is blurry, and I'm like, this is probably a part of, you know, aging. But I've always had great eyesight, and last summer was the first time I went to a doctor, like a vision doctor. So it's happening. But you know what? I think these days aging is a blessing, just with all the foolishness going on. So I'm not even mad about it. These are changes that are happening, and I'm going to embrace the accommodations that I'm going to have to make in order to age gracefully. I'm cool with it. So with this one, I'm still not seeing.
I want to get dessert.
You want to get dessert?
Yeah.
You just had a piece of cake though. That is dessert. Oh, he got mad. He didn't like that. Okay. Let me move. Let's move on to Gilded. That did say Brazen. I don't know why I thought it didn't. I'm going with Gilded. Gilded. We gonna see Gilded. So we gonna go ahead with that because already I'm thinking in my mind, the palette that I used, they gave me a glam neutral, was all done up by Blend Bunny. That one, and you could probably get the full, what was it? It may have been a 18 to 20 shade palette. You could get that with a wonderful matte and shimmer formula for the same price as this Viseart quad. To be honest, like blends, you will probably never hear me say anything bad because
It's empty.
what's empty?
My pizza.
What pizza?
Mine.
What pizza?
My pizza is empty.
You ate that pizza last night. You ate the entire pizza.
Oh, no more.
It was a whole medium. So let me ask you a question. You're still hungry from lunch, from the bonefish? What you have from bonefish?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna come out here when I'm done and we'll get you straight. Can you give me like 10 minutes?
Okay.
All right, I love you. And you know what? Life is not bad, honey. Because they swear they be having problems. Now, I will say, here's the thing. I love having a black shadow. I never understood the value of having a black shadow. But having a black shadow that has a nice blend to it, I think is very valuable in a palette. And now I understand what Blends was doing when they did their palettes and had all those deep shades. I didn't get those. I didn't get blend outs. I didn't understand any of that when I first. It wasn't even when I first started in eyeshadow. Still 3 years in, I was like, what? But no, I like that. And what I'm gonna do is go into Follies. which is the lightest shade. This one here, I'm actually going to take it on a different finger. And I was going to use that for the inner corner. I'm going to just put it on the inner lid here. Which, this is cool. And then what we'll do is we'll go back into the Koi shimmers. Like, I'm not mad at it, but I don't think I'm going back into the deep black. I don't think this is a palette I really need it. I think I have other palettes that encompass this quad. But if you're the type that likes just quads where you're gonna do a one and done or a very, very similar look every time, then I think it's not bad. I do have a quad like that, and the quad that I'm thinking about, I have never filmed with it, and maybe I should, is the Chanel quad. It is the, oh my gosh, it's Nuit something. Eclat Nuit, maybe, I can't remember what it's called. But I do the same look every single time I wear that quad because I love it so much. I love it so much. So every time I do use that palette, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to use the same look. That's just the bottom line. There's nothing here that I would use for a under eye. There's just not. Because 9 times out of 10, I'm not taking a shimmer for that. But I am going to, yeah, Eclat de Nuit is a Chanel one. Oh gosh, I love that. But what I am going to do is take something from this palette, which I think out of everything that I've used, this one might be the one to come in clutch. I do have to go through and swatch them, but this, I think this is going to be the one that comes in clutch for me if I want to use a Viseart palette. I think I'm just gonna go ahead with Gia. I think that's what it says. It's this one here, and it looks like this one. So let's see. Yeah, something like that. I think for the inner corner is gonna be nice. There's a lot of choices for this palette, and again, not mad at the look. It's just I could come up with it with shadows that I do have in my collection, and that's what the collab was all about. And I think it's important to do that because now I can say, hey, like, do I want to keep these palettes in my collection? Sometimes we keep things in our collection because we haven't used them and we don't know. And then we feel guilt about not using them. But I'm going to stop feeling that guilt. I actually just gave my sister today, and not that it's going to make a huge dent in my collection, but I gave her one of my Glam Light Scooby-Doo lipsticks, the green one, because I have the orange one and I really liked it. I think I have 3. And I also gave her one of my Dior Forever lipsticks, the ones that don't transfer. Because the reality is, as much as I love Dior, I don't know if I really love those. And they're expensive. She's like, how much do these cost? I'm like, it doesn't matter. What matters is if I have lipsticks that I haven't thought about or used in 6 months to a year, and someone else is going to use them, I no longer can care about selling them. They need to just go because I value the usage out of them. And if I had to spend my money to learn my lesson and I get something out of it by sharing with someone else, then I have to just say, all right, oh well, and don't try to make the same mistake. So let's go ahead and look at this and see what we think about this as a whole. I don't think it's bad, and I do think this could be a very glam look. Slight things that we can do to change up a look. I'm not saying this is what we would want to do, but like, this is one of my deep shades that I really enjoy. Hey!
I can't find my remote.
You can't find a little remote. Okay, let me ask you a question. I can help you by giving you the remote that's in here for right now, which I don't see. These guys are tired. They're tired, in my opinion. It would be beautiful to use this with a liner. All right, you guys, so let me give you my final thoughts on everything. First of all, I have to thank my friend Loc Maiden for suggesting this. That's one of the things that I value most about this community, because we listen to each other, the things that we like, our wants, the things that we need, the things that we don't need, goals and aspirations about our makeup collection. And I know for some people that aren't in this community, you're like, you have goals for your makeup collection, like aspirations. I do, because it's something that's a huge part of my life at this point. So like, I just want to thank you for
all the love and support.
Not just love and support, but it's a love and support, but then it's also the suggestion. It's the ideas. It's helping me grow as a makeup lover. Just knowing that, hey, I'm in this with you too. We both aren't using things the way that we may have envisioned using them. Because sometimes when we buy things, we rationalize why we buy them. And then we say, this is going to be the palette. This is going to be the brand. This is going to be the palette that makes me really use up the stuff. And then it's not. Sometimes it's an excuse to buy things on my part. I can't talk about Loc or anybody else, but for me, it's an excuse to buy things. And I think the conclusion for me is that Viseart's not a brand for me. Buying a Viseart palette for the mattes is not going to serve me. So I cannot see myself purchasing anything else from Viseart. Please check out Loc's looks. Check out her channel. She is so creative. She is beautiful. Enough rambling from me. Thank you so much for taking out some of your time and hanging out with me for another one today. I hope this was therapy for you. It definitely was for me. And until I see you again, make sure you're being gentle with yourself. Talk to yourself nice. Stay safe. I will see y'all in the next one.
And don't forget to subscribe and like the video and hit that notification bell so you can know the next time when we post.
That's right. And Loc too.
And Loc.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
We're gonna get ready to do a live stream.
Go on, block your ego, your ego.